get. Okay, so just one more second as I get my cell on airplane mode. Very good. Whoa, come on. All right, so these are what we're going to start with today. Going to work with a focus on the spine, but also on having width. And there is a series of very delightful exercises that Joseph Pilates created called well, really they were originally the towel exercises, because he said you should do these in the bathroom, like after you've had your shower, just to kind of get you set up for the day. Or broomstick one. They evolved to the broomstick exercises because a long solid stick is an unforgiving way to kind of estimate your things. So we're going to work with a strap. And the first thing you will do, if you place it around, kind of towards the lower part of your shoulder blades, and then if you take your hands and wrap them around, so when you have them like this, so you see they wrapped kind of under, and then I'm turning my hands upwards, what it does is it pulls my whole shoulder, the cuff of the shoulder upwards, and kind of, you can line it right on the side of your own body. Now, for those of you with a stick, it's very unforgiving. You can't go back, you can't go forward, you just go to the side. Notice my elbows are bent, which helps with this. So the whole idea is to get that hollow line of the shoulder and the top of the rib cage up. Now, for many of you, if your rib cage is tight, your lats are tight, you may find that your back is more arched, your ribs poke out. I don't care. Right now, I just want this feeling of the shoulders right to the side, and then standing, see if you can get a sense of from your heels all the way to the top of your head, that you're nice and lifted. So you get a natural length, just whatever it takes to get this length and openness. Now from here, we're just going to gently move from side to side. So what this is doing, if you had a complete stick, it's very unforgiving. It's not letting the shoulders kind of roll inwards in any way. It's keeping them out. So really it's a trunk movement. And if there's any kind of pull in an unusual manner, you can't go as far, that's because it's not letting you collapse inwards in the shoulder girdle line. And it's forcing the body to do all the movements without that. Then come back to the middle, kind of connect, check your hands, like I'm trusting you that you're not forward, you're not back. If you have to be forward because you're really, really tight, that's okay. But if you can actually work to the side, you may find that your shoulders, the deltoids are starting to get a little bit like, wow, we're working hard because we're holding the whole upper structure the way it really should be if we were blessed with perfect anatomy. So from here, start rotating. Now, the feet will stay together, but, you know, let the rest of your body twist. So you're allowing everything to twist, including the hips, including the weight into the ankles. You're kind of wringing out all of your joints. So you're rotating a little bit. And again, check that the hands are still right to the side. So that lateral position to the side, very interesting, because we hardly ever go there because we're usually forward. Now, pause again, and imagine your two hip bones facing like spotlights in a car, straight forward. So now when you rotate, don't let them move. So we're just isolating this a little bit more. And again, I'm trusting you not to let the arms kind of drift forward to get an illusion of more rotation in the trunk. You really want it to be just nice and even. And then back to the middle. And now we'll start doing a forward roll, a Pilates forward roll. So here you are, you're in this vertical open position. First of all, just curve a little bit down. And if you're doing this nicely, the shoulders, you see, we usually collapse the shoulders. The shoulders are still there. So you just rounded your upper back a bit. And then you come back up. And then we'll go a little bit further. You're going further down. Think of this. This is like spine stretch forward, but you're not letting this happen. You're keeping them to the side. How much roundness can you get in your rib cage? And then come back up. And then let's go down even further. So you're rounding, your hands are going to the side, your belly is lifting, and maybe you're going towards the waist area. I hope you're really feeling the waist open up in the back as you do this. Roll back up, and now lift the sternum. This is encouraging you to do this. And look up at the ceiling and do a micro back bend. So you open up the chest and you have this nice lift. And now we'll go forward again. So you drop, you round a little bit, and you're going a little bit lower down, opening up the back body and deepening into the stretch. So you're very rounded. And then you roll up again. Rolling up, rolling up, rolling up. Get the sense of what's your vertical line. And then lift the chest and lean back. Again, those with the stick. This is very unforgiving in a beautiful way. And the strap people, I'm trusting you. Now let's go as low down as your body's ready to go. It's first thing in the day, you're rounding and you're rolling down. The arms are still staying to the side. I don't care how low you go. Some of you can go quite deep. Some of you not so far. It doesn't really matter. And then you roll up. And again, you're focusing on this articulation of the spinal column. We do so much of it in Pilates. Get your vertical plane, big lift, and open back, leaning back with the arms extending out. So you open the chest a little bit. And then relax the arms down. So that should be very enlightening to people the first time they do it, because we do so much by actually moving the shoulders and not moving the trunk in the same manners. So now we'll take the strap between both hands, maybe a little wider than your own shoulders, or the stick, it doesn't make any difference. Lift the arms up, and then I'll lean down so you can see we're taking it back. Now, some of you have stiff shoulders and you can only go so far. Some of you can go all the way back. Those of you that are stiff, the trick is widen your hands until you find a place that maybe you can go all the way down. The whole thing is to start to get this rotation. If you have any injuries in the shoulder, take your time. If you feel you're going too deep, stop. Some people just stop here. That's fine. Notice, so keep going forward and backwards. And notice that as you do this, there's a lot of this whole rib cage that's being asked to open. And celebrate that and do that. Let it happen. So the shoulders are rolling around the whole cuff area, around this very high part of the rib cage. Huge amount of attachment, huge amount of congestion. We want to get this area open and free and comfortable and relaxed again, and sitting in the right part of the rib cage so that our head is nice and lifted naturally and not collapsing forward. And again, nice long lifted position. And down one last time. These were definitely the towel exercises. Joseph Pilates wanted people to do this 6 times, I think, if I remember correctly. After the shower, use a towel, open up your chest, celebrate who you are, get with it. He was a Germanic, very, I think, military kind of wonderful genius of a person from the stories I've heard. This one, a little bit more challenging maybe because it's a balancing one. Now, if you think you can't balance, the whole idea is we're going to stretch the leg out in front. So do your best and wait it out if this is too much for you. So all you're going to do is stretch the leg out. So you get a bit of a stretch and bring it back. Again, this was one of his blessings that have fallen into disuse because he was very, in my opinion, more simple than we considered. He was very practical. He wanted you out there just moving and enjoying life and being robust and strong and having enough reserved nerve energy to be able to enjoy a good life after you've finished your work. He said most people have too little nerve energy, and they are really just too exhausted with minimal demands of an overstressful life. And then they can't enjoy their life properly, enjoy their family. So those are some of the towel exercises. They're really, really fun to do. Let's put the stick or the strap to one side now. And actually, let's start practicing getting down to the floor. So you're going to cross your hand. Get 1 foot behind you. Those of you that are advanced, you can have both feet crossed over. But for most of us, this may be too much. See how far down, if you can get all the way to the floor. Right now, if you notice for me, I'm getting down to my ankle. I'm not on the floor, I'm to my ankle. Just being able to go down and up, and then I'm shifting back to the floor. So allowing the joints to bend and straighten, very good. Notice if you put one leg behind you, which leg it was. Try it on the other side. We're not going to do it today, but try both legs. You want to be able to do this on both sides, or if not, push the edge on the side that you're not doing so well with. So here we are. Sitting up nice and tall, and then actually I'm going to switch around this way, and then roll down. Now when you start rolling down, really round that back, very similarly. Now notice what happened. It's real easy to do this. Can we keep the shoulders wide like we did with the towel or the strap? And then roll down, and notice that it makes your abs work a whole lot more. Once you're on the mat, organize yourself so you can get maximum contact of your rib cage and spine on the floor. A lot of times we do this. As a beginner, I'm fine with that happening. But as people become more advanced, I want you to see if you can find your sacrum and even your tailbone and be aware that that's touching the floor, because then you get the full extension of your spinal column. And then can you deepen the muscles in the front of the body to allow the back body to lengthen down. I'm putting my arms up so you can see it on my body. Now, once you've got the best shape you're ready to have today, place your hands on the mat and broaden the shoulders. Bring the knees and the feet together. We'll start with our pre-Pilates warm-up, lifting one knee and putting it down. As you do this movement, isolate the hip in the socket and keep this trunk very steady and very calm. So you're just alternating these legs back and forth, getting in touch with what it feels to hinge in the socket. There should be nothing moving anywhere else. Now, we'll add complexity. So add the first leg, keep everything steady, lift the other leg. Nothing should have moved. Put the first leg down. So you're constantly looking to keep the trunk steady and firm and organized so the legs can move freely without kind of flopping all over the place or using the trunk to lift. Now we'll reverse it. The other leg lifts. It's joined. It goes down and down. And again, knee up, foot down, foot down. One last time this side, knee up, foot down, foot down. Recheck your spinal column. Again, if this is new for you, you want to just press down. This is fine as a complete beginner. Later on, check that you're getting your sacrum on. Now, knees and feet are together. Deepen the front body so this is nice and stable. Both knees lift up without anything changing. Both knees go down, feet go down. Knees lift. Knees down. Whoa, feet down. Knees up and feet down. We will add something called tapping now, which each layer gives a little bit more pressure into this area to ask it to really help and hold and stabilize you. So the knees come up. This is called tapping. So one foot touches the floor and rises up. So we just start moving the feet down and up. Watch you're not doing this. You see I'm bending my knees. I'm moving my leg from the hinge of the hips as though my knees were in a cast. So they're not changing the angle. It's all happening in the lower abs and all around the hips To get this movement to happen nicely, so you can go a little bit faster just for fun, just to get used to moving fast as well. And then bring both knees up. Bring them to your chest. Now your back is naturally cradled in. If your lower bottom lifts up slightly, that's okay. Just give yourself a good squeeze. Notice how the lower back muscles relax and lengthen, and you want that effect as much as possible. Then lower your feet back down to the mat. Keep your feet and knees neatly in touch with each other. Lift your arms to the ceiling. And today, because we were working so much to get the shoulders wide, we'll keep that theme. So just for a minute, turn the palms to face forward, like toward your face. And let the shoulders come to the side. This is more or less where you were with the towel. Can you take the arms back like that? Notice how the stress or the pressure changes within your whole body when you do that, because the rotation of the arm bone means that the whole back stays very wide and the cup of the shoulder stays wide. So just do this a few more times, just noticing what's going on. Notice you want to keep the trunk nice and long and feel where the stretches are. It's quite different than when the hands are placed the other way. So notice what's working in the shoulders. See how long you can get your arms. Now, keep the position from your shoulder to your elbow. Turn the hands inwards. So you're still there and go back and forth again. Notice how different this is. Just shifting the elbow to the hand changes a complete effect on your body. So you want to be like a delicatessen. You want to notice all these subtle shifts in your body and just understand it. It's not right or wrong, but there's a whole symphony of responses happening within you all the time. Usually people just isolate 2 or 3 gross movements and miss all the subtle, amazing qualities that come in. Pause with your hands facing up. Check that your shoulders are wide. Now, just like we did with the towel, lift up. So you're very broad. So you're not here today, you're here. And notice what had to work hard. Lower down. Take the arms back. Bring the arms up. Keep the shoulders wide, and probably, I hope your upper abdominals are contracting a whole lot more. You want the sense of the ribs into the navel area contracting, maybe all the way up to the top of the chest, because there's lots and lots of muscle there. And down. This next time, I want you to glance at your navel. So as you lift up, look down at your navel. It should be long and flat, and the abdominal muscles pull nicely and neatly in. So you have this very lean front body. Lower down. We add the knees, arms back, arms up. Lift and lengthen, and whoops, I forgot, bring the knees up. Lower everything down with control. Arms back, arms up. Everything lifts with control. Lower down, arms back, arms up. With nice control, the whole front trunk should be moving in a beautiful manner. Last time, arms up, lifting and lengthening and lowering down. Very, very good. We'll go into the hundreds. And I wanted to go over the breathing again. This is a classic Pilates exercise. You'll be pumping your arms and taking a long breath in for 5 counts, a long breath out for 5 counts. The secret is the out breath and using it to squeeze the diaphragm and the stomach strongly. If you're not sure what you're talking about, I'm just going to demonstrate something. This is how we'll start. You'll be here, same position. I'm going to take a long breath in, and as I breathe out, I exhale and squeeze my stomach deeply and really pull the belly in. So that's the breath I want you to focus on. If it's too much with the legs up, keep the legs down. In fact, let's all of us work with the legs down today so we can really get this whole contraction and abdominal access. It comes when you do this correctly. You're looking to empty your lungs of every last iota of air. In fact, if you had to take longer to breathe out, don't listen to me, just do that, because that's the goal. So here we go, arms are nice and wide. Back is long, lift your head and chest up, and here we go. Breathing in, 3, 4, 5. Here's your chance to squeeze your stomach strong. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale the lungs of all the air. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale deeply out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, exhale out. One more time, 4, 5. Exhale, exhale out. Very good. We did 60. Now we're going to add in 40 more, but we're going to do some in this position, and then for those of you who want to stretch the legs, that position. So here we go. The arms are up. Check that the shoulders feel wide. Check that your spine is long, and you have a sense of a gentle scoop and lengthen the front abdomen. Lift up. Here we go. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, exhale out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, exhale out. Stretch those knees, 4, 5. Exhale, exhale out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, exhale out. Bend the knees, head on the floor, feet on the floor. Stretch out. Let the back lengthen. Let the front of the body lengthen. Now, we've done a lot of contracting here. So now it's the opposite movement. The pubis and the sternum lift away, and the hip flexors really reach away. It's like you're trying to stretch your feet as far away from you as you can. I don't care what happens in your shoulders. Give yourself a really good stretch. And now take a deep breath in and lift the diaphragm. Big breath in and stretch all of this upward. See if you can get a sense of really pulling and lengthening the stomach. Breathe out. And again, breathing in, lengthening and lifting the whole stomach area, even the sides of the ribs, sides of the waist. How long can you make your waist and this whole front of your body? And then breathe out. Then bend the knees. You can use the feet with the knees on the feet on the floor to press your back long again, because it probably went into more of an arch. So get your sacrum nicely long and flat. Bring the arms to the ceiling and peel yourself up to a sitting position for your spine. Roll back, roll back. So nice and tall position. You want to be very lifted in your back. Now the elbows are wide, but let's have them right on the side of the body, not forward. So there's that slight action in the upper back. See if you can use this slight movement of the shoulders backward to get more lift in your upper back. So nice vertical. Can you feel your front stomach lifting you? Lean back a little bit so you're hinging right from your sit bones and tail. And now take the tail and the sacrum under. Notice how I went further back to get into that angle. I didn't collapse. I stayed long, but now I'm in a C curve. And then slowly roll yourself to the mat. Lift up and use that C curve to bring you back up, and then sit up and get those shoulders wide if they felt forward up for you. Roll down again, widening everything. And then lift and roll and come up. Use your hands to help you go. If you can't get to the floor without collapsing, just go halfway. But if you can, you're wanting to emulate this rolling through the spine and massaging your back and activating your trunk. So there's a lot of front abs. Some of us need to take the ribs way backwards and tuck the tail a little bit more. Then check that the shoulders are wide. So you really get that full movement of the back, and roll back up. And now sit up nice and tall again. See how much you can lift up, and then lengthen your legs out and flex and point your feet a few times. And just for fun, lift your arms up. Imagine someone grabbing your wrists and lifting you up. It's fine to have the shoulders up, but how much can you get a sense of lifting all the way from the base of your spine? Now flex your feet and just bend over. And let yourself, just for a minute, relax. Whatever feels good to you. Let your body fall down. Let everything be heavy. just let go. So you also allow the muscles to lengthen and let go of tension. So you're not holding on to anything. Now come up and we will start the same roll back. Now the feet are nicely flat. And see if you can roll down. Notice the shoulders want to go forward today. We're going to keep them on the sides of the body. Just for a minute, give yourself a stretch. Bring the arms back and see if you can peel off the mat and lengthen forward. And again, roll back. You go in your own rhythm, really. You're looking to get as much space in the lower back as you're able to get. And then peel up again, scooping the navel, using that whole front trunk and lengthening forward. And again, rolling down, articulating through the spine, extending out, and coming back up, scooping the navel. And one more time, stretch over and just let everything relax nicely here. Let the head go, let the shoulders go. And then come back up to an upright position, nice and tall. And bend the knees and we'll roll down to the mat. You've warmed up your back. See if you can get more qualities coming into this rolling of the spine. And lying down, you want your hands on the floor, shoulders are wide. Check that your sacrum is on the floor and hopefully your lower ribs and a long belly, and lengthen the feet out for single leg circles. Today we're going to work with the legs straight right away. Bend one knee in. Can you keep your spine nice and even the way it was a minute ago? And then do your best to get the legs straight. You may not be able to get it straight because your hamstrings are tight, but you do the best you can. I prefer to get the knee up and you just work like this. Then you go here if you can. You do your best. So the leg is as long as possible and we'll draw a circle across the body. So take a moment here. Are you letting this side of the hip open for you? Take it down some, out some, and back up to the top some. So cross. So you're drawing this nice circle around the socket, making all of those muscles start to move and open and a lot more room for this joint. Circle and circle. And then you'll reverse. You go out, pause a minute, down, pause a minute, across, pause a minute, up. So there's your range. Circle. The trunk shouldn't be moving. Circle. Circle, circle, circle. Very, very good. Bend the knee and give it a little squeeze in towards the chest and clasp your hands behind your knee and stretch. Now you can forgive yourself if your shape isn't perfect, but just get a little bit extra work into that hamstring. And then put the foot next to the other one, nice and long. So check yourself, lift your head up and look at your own body. Are you straight or have you gone into some la-la land, which we all go into? We're always wanting to come back and neatly organize our limbs so they're even. Use your mat as a place to kind of check into all of this. It does help. Then bend the other knee in. See how far it'll go without the leg on the floor shortening. And then see if you can get the thigh even and then extend the leg. Can you get it to go right up? Doesn't matter if it's here today, but you want that 90-degree angle between the two thighs if you can. Cross the leg over. How far will it go? Down, around, and up. Cross. See how much you can get movement happening in your hip. Cross. Down, out, and up. And are you moving in your trunk? If you're flopping around, stop it. One last time. Your goal is to have a stable trunk so you can isolate your hip socket. Now you do the reverse. You go out, pause here. Bring it down, pause here. Feel the leg reaching out. Take it across. Bring it up. Take it out. Take it down. Take it across, bring it up, And 2 more times. Circle the leg. And circle the leg. Yes. And now bend the knee in. Give the knee a good stretch. See if you can get that sense of the leg moving in the socket. And slowly extend the leg out. See if you can go a little bit. Just make this stretch feel good for you. Whatever it is. None of us are perfect, and that's why it's nice to work out, so we get to find our edge and discover our own unique designs that we've done up to this point in time. From here, roll up to a sitting position and rolling like a ball. The fun transition. Hands here, lift your bottom, bring your bottom close to your feet and drop back. And then you grab your ankle. So we're going to try and go right away from the ankle hold if we can. Start by scooping your belly upwards a little bit. We all can use space in our waist. Can you grab your feet and pull them in as tight as you can and be balanced here? Now, I'm going to shift to the front. Put your feet down again. A fun clasp position is from here, one hand crosses and the other hand holds the wrist. So you can really squeeze yourself. This is one of the times where it's okay to have your shoulders forward, because we also want that movement in our vocabulary. So how tight can you, now put the hands down, and if you did the cross, do it with the other hand. Cross and clasp, hold the wrist, squeeze yourself in like you're the most loved being you've ever had, and you never want to let yourself go. Notice that it creates a huge stretch in the back and a tightness in the belly. See if you can stay this tight and roll back and up. And it's okay not to make it. And again, roll back, roll up, roll back, roll up. One more time this way, roll back, roll up. If you had your hands clasped, change the clasp, because it does have a different effect. So have the opposite clasp, you're going to have a completely different ball to roll now. And here we go again, another 5. Roll back, roll up, roll back, roll up, roll back, roll up, roll back, roll up. One more time like this. Roll back and roll up. Very good. Hold your shins. Come back to a nice lifted position. Lean back a bit and very slowly and consciously see if you can roll down to the mat. The last exercise was to massage all the muscles along the spine to help loosen and relax the spine. Now, just to set things in the opposite direction, open your feet hip width apart. We'll do some of the bridges. Your hands are by your side. Remember the towel exercises. Let's get the shoulders on the mat. And from here, right at the top of the shoulder, into the palm of the hand, press down. So a lot of pressure. You're activating your whole upper body when you do that. And lift your toes for a minute and check that you can push into the heels. So those are like the energy points you're going to be using to make this happen. So you can put the toes down, but keep that activating. See if you can roll your bottom first and then lift up. Now, when you get to the top, this is not a yoga bridge, it's a Pilates bridge. You want to push your shoulders down, take your knees, think of lengthening them towards your toes, and open up the hip flexors. So it's more like a flat plank in a sense with an open chest. Now you'll roll down and soften the chest, soften the ribs, soften the waist, all the way through till you get to a long flat back. Check the sacrum that it's long. Again, arms down, dig into the heels, roll yourselves up, and lengthen the hip flexors out. Nice, long, open hip flexors, active legs, active glutes, long waist, and roll down. And see if you can get a rolling motion without crunching the shoulders forward. Can you keep contact with the mat, with the back of the shoulder the whole time? Just if you can't, do your best. Think that's the vision. That's the inspiration of what you're working towards. The old saying, Rome wasn't conquered in a day, is an amazingly weird analogy, but it's true that everything takes time. Everything is a journey. It's increasing awareness. In fact, if you hold the vision, the body follows the intention. So the body doesn't start. So you want the direction. So there's always a gap between what you're striving to achieve and what you're experiencing. So rather than find that frustrating, just accept that is how life works. You decide you're going to have a cup of coffee before you go and make it or go and buy it. The decision and the intention is always riding a little or a lot ahead of what's happening. So understanding that is very, very key to happiness, actually. Bring your knees together and bring the knees into the chest again. And here we are, we're going to do single leg stretches. So now we grab both ankles, really squeeze the knees in. Maggie, you said you had some knee trouble. Can you work here or have the legs more open? Just bend them at a point that there's no discomfort or pain. For the rest of us, this area gets kind of stiff. You want to bend it. It's like WD-40. Now lift up. The one hand goes to the opposite knee. Notice it's the inside hand on the knee and the outside hand on the ankle. It's not natural. You will instinctively want to do the opposite. Take this knee and straighten it out. So from the hip to the knee and the knee to the foot, it's making a straight line. Stretch the other leg out. And now switch. Outside hand to ankle, inside hand to knee. Pull and stretch. Switch. Pull and stretch. Switch. Pull and stretch. Switch. Pull and stretch. Switch. Pull and stretch. Knees in, head down, feet down, rock your head side to side. We will go into double leg stretches next. We're going to do the more advanced version where we add the hands. The hands will go this way and curl around. So let's all do this movement once just to learn the choreography. Hands go by the ears and curl down. That's the arm movement. Bring both knees into the chest. Hold your ankles. Same way, pull the feet to your bottom. Use the front body to lift up. You're like rolling like a ball. You're in a tight little ball. Now the arms and legs move away from each other. Stretch, scoop the belly, and circle and squeeze. And stretch, and squeeze. Inhale, hold your breath. Exhale, let all the air go out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Head down, feet down, and walk your head side to side. Very good work. Scissors, you check that the sacrum is long on the mat, the ribs are down, the shoulders is down, bring the knees in again, same way. Now, unless your neck is troubling you, you can lift up. If your neck is starting to get fatigued, you do the exercise with your head down. Otherwise, lift up, squeeze for a minute. It's always good to do this. Lift your legs straight up, not here, not there, as much as you can right over the hips. If your hamstrings are tight, let them be bent. Take one leg and pull it towards you. The other leg scissors the same distance away. Pull, pull. So maybe it's like that. Both legs move. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. With your attention, can you get a sense of both legs moving at the same time? Pull, pull. It's scissors. So both sides of the scissors are moving. Pull, 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 pull. Both legs come up. Bend, squeeze, head down, feet down, and rock your head to remove the tension that may be developing in the neck. Wrap the hands and place them behind your head. And now your elbows are nice and wide. They're dropping to the floor if you can. And just for a minute, check that the back of your neck feels long. We usually tend to have our chin up and the back of the neck is short. We want to lengthen the back of the neck out and double check that the spine still feels long. So nice open feeling and stretch across the chest. Bring the knees in. Lift both legs right up to the ceiling. In an ideal lower lift, the elbows stay sideways, wide. If you can't, you let them come forward. More advanced people, keep them wide. Lengthen the legs and lower the legs down. Lift them up. Lower them down. Lift them up. Doesn't matter how low you go. Don't let your back arch. It's fine to do a little movement. Lower and lift. Lower and lift, and then head down. Bend the knees. Feet on the mat. And relax. Bring your arms down by your sides. Open your feet hip width apart, and we're going to do our bridge movement again, but this time with the knees slightly apart. So you roll and extend the legs away from you. See if you can get this feeling right here in the hip flexors that's opening. The knees are extending in one direction, and also the lower back. The tail is curving towards the knees. Nice open position. Roll down. And again, roll up and lengthen and open that part. And roll down. And one more time, roll up and lengthen. Lift, make the hips do some work. And lower down. Now, this is basics, but I wanted to start to introduce some more techniques. When we do more advanced work, there's a lot of work where we lift our bottom up. We go into shoulder stand, we take the legs over, and you want the power coming from the lower abs and the glutes. So what we are going to do, we've been in tabletop. So what I'd like to work on a little bit is where you press the hands down and lift the hips and back. So we'll do 5 of those. As much as now you can lift, I'm flexible, so I can kind of hike myself up by using the momentum of my legs. I want you to really focus on making the trunk do the work. So nice, strong tabletop. Refocus into the whole lower body. The hands and arms will help. Here we go. Lift from the hips. Lower back down. Lift from the hips. Lower back down. Stomach, lower back and hips. Lower back down. 2 more times, even if it's just an inch. And down. Last one, doesn't matter, even if you don't get off the floor, but you think you're starting to set up the nerve flow for that. Remember, thought is source. What happens in the world is after that. Wonderful work. Now stretch out. You work your abs a lot, you lengthen your spine, now let the back arch, lengthen the hip flexors right here. Get as open as you can and get the rib cage as lifted as you can away from the waist and the hips. Just stretch out, flex and point your feet, spread the fingers in your hands just to get the opposite energy moving through you. Now as the arms lift, get back into the middle of the body. We're rolling up to a sitting position. Peel off the floor and come up. Stretch over, relax. Let the shoulders round. Let everything just drop down here a little bit. And then come on up and open your legs so that you're a little wider than the mat for your spine. Stretch forward. So just for a minute, let's put our hands behind us so we can get these shoulders wide and lift it up, and then bring the hands back. If you're very collapsed down, keep your hands there so you get this sense of what does it take to lift the back up. A lot of work has to come right from the hips. Lift the stomach up nice and tall. Let's bring the hands in front if you can. If you can, to keep the hands down and lift up even more. Now shoulders are wide. Remember the towel exercise. Drop your head and just a little roundness in the upper back. Try not to do too much of this. Keep the shoulders wide, but can you round the upper back and then sit up tall. Now we'll go deeper. Upper back and middle back. So the rib cage is rounding and the abdominal muscles are really stabilizing you backwards, and come back up. Now we'll go all the way to the waist. Upper back, middle back, lower back into the waist area. Pull the stomach in and backwards, so you're stretching and activating that area. And come back up, very tall, very elegant, very lifted, and now we'll go as low as we can. Drop, round, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. As far as you can, make your back as rounded as you can. And roll back up, roll back up, lift out of your lower back. Lift the waist, lift the ribs, and then relax. Lots of hard work. Just one more time to get the feeling of how to lift. Get your hands behind, roll the shoulders, and press up. So there's a huge opening here just to get this feeling. And then see if you can lift your arms up and kind of emulate that. Now the shoulders have changed shape, but can you pull the side ribs up? And let's turn the palms to face front and just do 3 circles here and 3 circles, the reverse. And lift as much as you can up and then relax down. Good work. That's hard to do. In the more advanced exercises, we have something called balance control. It's like a back plank. And today we're going to work into the box shape of it. So if you put your hands, the most advanced position is here with the fingers forward. We don't want that. We want the hands to the side because it's so much easier to get the shoulders open. This is the key. Even hands back. You want more or less shoulder width a little bit wider than your shoulders. If your shoulders are stiff, find the angle that works for you. So first, we get that position of openness. Then lift the hips, keep it open and press up. So you want, what you don't want is this dropping down. So even if your bottom doesn't lift up very far, keep the shoulders open and then lift. And your neck, you're looking maybe in a diagonal towards the corner of the room, and then come back down. Rest for a minute, because that can be quite tiring. We're using a lot of new muscles now. Open, broaden, get a nice sense of foundation, and lift up again. Keep that chest very open. If you can, you only lift as far as you're able to. Those that are more advanced, press those hips up. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and come back down. Good work. We're going into balance, open-legged rocker. So hold behind the knees. Find your C curve. See if you can keep your shoulders wide. Your feet are up. Right leg comes up and down. Left leg comes up and down. Right leg down. Left leg down. Right leg down. Left leg down. Both legs at the same time. Hold it. And down. And again. Both legs at the same time. And down. One more time. Both legs at the same time. And down. We add the rocking to this. So you either hold that position. Advanced people can bring their hands inside and hold the ankles. See if you can balance. First, just finding your C curve. Can you stretch your legs out? It doesn't matter where you're holding. You can be here, knees bent. Wherever you are, see if you can anchor into the stomach in this long, rounded C curve waist and roll back to the shoulders. Roll back up and roll back. Roll back, roll up. Don't do what I did. And up. What you want to make sure is you stay in the C curve. So the trick is not to flatten your back out to get that final balance. It really takes a lot of care. And even I struggle with this on some days. And that's why this is always such interesting work. Bring your legs together. Can you sandwich in? And then bend your feet on the floor. I'll turn to face the front. We're going to open up for our saw. So before we do saw, we're stretching out the side ribs, hands behind the head. Just like before, the elbows are wide. When we were lying on the floor, the elbows went to the floor. Same feeling. Big stretch across this side. If you're super flexy, don't take the elbows back. Imagine strings on each elbow pulling you sideways like a big cross or big that direction. That's the energy. It's wide. It's not just frontal. Lengthen up the side of the back of the neck. Twist, and now the elbow goes to the same knee in that direction. So the real purpose here is to open up the side ribs of the elbow going to the ceiling. Come back. Twist. Elbow to the ceiling is what's opening up. And back, open, twist. Elbow to knee and other elbow up. That's your focus. And up, other side. Open. And up. And again, open. And up, and twist, and open. And up. Very good. Rest your arms. Roll your shoulders. Reverse your shoulders. And now saw. Let me see what I'll do. I'll be like this. Your arms are to the side. And remember, not back, not forward. Right to the side. Big lift. Twist. And now this hand will cross. This hand, the thumb goes down. Reach towards your little toe 3 times. Reach, reach, and reach. So you're stretching out the sides of the rib. Twist to the other side. And reach, reach, reach. And open. First side. Reach, reach, reach. And open. Twist. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open. Twist. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open. Twist. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And open. Relax the hands down. Let's roll down on our backs and roll onto our stomachs for single leg stretches. Single leg kicks, I'm sorry. So let's start with the hands out in front. I call this a karate chop because the little finger side of the hand is on the mat. The palms face each other. And get your legs long and let's today work with the feet hip width apart. So they're making 2 straight lines out of the sockets. Now, lift your head up and pull the shoulders down your back. So when the shoulders pull down, the hands start to glide in and your chest lift. Can you keep that energy in the back, lifting the hands forward? You just do the best you can. Make fists. Keep the hands right there and clamp those fists down to get even more length in the stomach. Very similar feeling to what you had when you were on your back, giving a good stretch. You're pulling your diaphragm away from your hips to make a lovely length and openness. Keep this nice lift, long stomach, bend one foot and kick towards your bottom. Kick, kick, lengthen the leg out and lengthen the stomach. Other leg, kick, kick, and long. Kick, kick, and long. Kick, kick, and long. Kick, kick, and long. Ha! Kick, kick. I'm cramping, so I'm flexing my foot to get the cramp out, but not stop the exercise. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Now, one more nice lift. Open the chest, broaden everything. Lower down onto the mat. One ear on the floor. And place your hands behind your waist. The fingers of one hand hold the fingers of the other. And gently press your elbows towards the floor. Now your shoulders are rolling forward. This is exactly opposite of what we did. Let them do that to widen your back. Bring your feet closer together so your heels touch. And keeping this shape, bend both knees. So the feet are coming up. Keep the hip flexors long and kick 3 times toward your bottom. 1, 2, 3. Now, extend your arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and down your back and lift and open the chest. Turn your head the other way. Kick 3 times. Kick, kick, kick. And extend. And open nice and long. First side again. Kick, kick, kick. And extend, lengthen and lift. Other side. Kick, kick, kick. And extend and open. First side again. Kick, kick, kick. Down, extend. And nice open sternum. Last one. Kick, kick, kick. and extend and open. Very nice. Relax your head down and sink into your heels child's pose. So just get a nice stretch here. This is to relax your spine, relax your body. Let the arms be nice and long. Let your head drop down towards the floor, just hinging as much as you're able to do. Walk your hands to one side of the mat, if you can, off the mat to stretch out your side ribs. Walk your hands to the other side. Come back to the center and come onto your hands and knees for your plank pose or balance control front. So balance control front in the Pilates lingo is because your front of your body is facing the floor. When we're doing bridge balance control back is when we're doing it with our back body facing the floor. Very important to get the waist, the weight of the shoulders over the knuckles and maybe even the nails. We usually are right here and then all the weight's on the wrist. Very important to claw like a cat that's kneading. Claw the mat slightly to give activation to your hand muscles and then feel the lift in the whole trunk. Your shoulders are wide, but they're not rounded, just nice and wide. From here, nothing changes in your back, so long back, strong stomach, right leg goes back. Don't change anything, bring it back under you. Take the other leg back, don't change anything. Bring it back, we repeat that again. So very simple, first leg back. Nothing changes in the trunk, it's just the hinge from the socket. And back. Now we'll do with a plank. First leg back, nothing moves. Now, the other leg goes back. Nothing should have moved. You hold the position, your body is long, your stomach is supporting your back. The right knee comes back, the left knee comes back. Now you reverse it, the other leg goes out. Nothing should move. Stabilize and then go out with the other leg. Hold it, hold it, hold it. First knee comes back, other knee goes back. One more time. First leg goes back, other leg goes back, hold. And first knee in, other knee in, and other side, extend and extend, hold, 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 hold. And in, and in. And one more time, child's pose. Now sit up for a minute. We're going to be adding another exercise we haven't done before. It's a serratus stretch or serratus push-up. So notice my shoulders can go forward and backwards. You can do along with me or just watch the first set. We'll be doing an elbow plank instead of a hand plank and then going up and down with our shoulders. So you want to place your hands. You can even clasp your hands together. In fact, I recommend that. That'll give you more of a base. And then step out with your legs. And see, usually people start with the bottom up. Can you get to a plank where you're even with the floor? Now squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift the shoulder blades. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift. Squeeze. Lift. Squeeze. Lift. Two more times. Squeeze. Lift. Squeeze. Lift. Bend your knees. And one more time, child's pose. That can be very hard the first time you do it. Just lengthen out. So even if you just struggle through it the first time, it's all good. This is where you're building more and more nerve stability, nerve strength. Side leg kick series. Lay yourself out on your mat, elbow, arm, hip, and legs in one straight line. Just like when you were lying on the floor. So notice that you're very long. Now just for a change, because there's so many ways to interpret these exercises, they just put different challenges. Can you lift? I just lift my ribs up off the floor. I know in the past I've said lengthen out. They're both nice variations and they make your body work differently. So can you hold that whole side slightly off? Lift your feet and bring them forward. So actually my contact point is my legs, my hip, and my elbow. If that's too much, you go down. It's okay. This is just another variation to work the trend. Lift this leg, and lower it. As you lift it, think of it extending out and down. Extending out, nice long position, and down. Extending out and down. Extending out very long and down. Now the pendulum. Again, if you're fatiguing, you can go down and do the exercise here, or you stay up, or you go down and up. Extend the toe. From the hip, forward, forward, the body is stable. Nothing is moving. So I'd much rather you do a very slow, small movement than a great big display of circus feet that don't build a good, strong joint, trunk, body position. Very good. One more time like this. Long, 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 long. Bring the leg down. Drop your ribs for a minute to rest if you've been holding them up, because that's quite tiring. And then again, activate. If you want to lift, take the top leg and turn it out a little bit and lift it up. Bring it down, lift it up, bring it down, lift it up, bring it down, lift it up, bring it down. One more time, lift it up, bring it down. Drop your ribs, take a breath. We've got little circles next. Lift up again, lift this leg in little circle, 2, 3. Keep that leg reaching as far away as you can. Reverse to nice and long and reaching out of your hip. Relax down. Take this leg, and just for a change today, we're going to bend it in. So now the knees to the floor. Normally we work with the knee up. They're both excellent variations. Flex your bottom leg and lift it as high as it'll go. And now as you lift it, stretch in the opposite direction. So it's like a half moon you're creating in your body. Lift the leg. Lower it down. If it's too much, you can be down here. Lift the leg. So many variations. All these variations are very useful, and I see teachers arguing about the right way to do something. And it's ridiculous because the body's designed to do many things. Now lift your leg up and draw circles. Just like we can speak many languages and each of us kind of settle into the language we know, there's no right or wrong. There's just an understanding of what happens in the body. Now reverse. And movement is good. Any kind of movement is good. Even bad movement is good. And circle and out. We're designed to move. Extend both legs out. See how much length you can get. Now we want this length and stretch in this side as much as we can. Lift the legs. Lower them down. Notice what's firing and activating when you do this movement. The more you can become aware of what happens in your body, the more of a master you become. Very, very knowledgeable about all the details. Very, very good. Other side. So switch around. First of all, lay yourself out, everything in a straight line. Once you have your straight line, heel, bottom, ribs, shoulders, elbow, if you can. Again, those of you, it's hard for you, you can be down. Pull the ribs up. So now I'm down on the floor. Now I'm off the floor. So now my armpit and my ribs and waist are off the floor. I have to work out quite differently to make that happen. Lift the feet, bring them forward, lower them down. Keep this nice lift in the trunk, lift the leg, and lower. So very different. It's a lot more work in the trunk because it's activated instead of being stretched. And we need both qualities happening in us. Length, relaxation, tone, contraction, speed, slowness, control, rhythm, so many things. And down. Now the pendulum one, forward and back. Lift your leg long. I like to extend the toes in a relaxed manner. Forward, forward, back and back. Reach from the hip, but keep it steady. Forward, forward. Again, the movement doesn't have to be big. Quite the reverse. If you find you can do only a small movement, that's excellent because the purpose is to control the body. so you're not flopping all over the place. Back, back, and bring the leg down. Relax your ribs for a minute if you're up. Lift up again, and now the sideways one where you lift your leg and down. Lift the 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 leg and down. Relax again. Lift up again. Lift your leg, long leg, little circles. 2, 3, 4. Nice, long, lean muscles. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Relax your ribs down. Stretch that elbow away so you can get more length on the side body. Bend your top leg up. Flex your bottom leg and lift it. So hold that position for a minute. Remember, like a half moon. The elbow and the foot are as far away from each other as you can get them. And down. Lengthen. And down. Lengthen. And down. Lengthen. And down. Last one, very long. Push the heel away from you and down. Now lift the leg up, circling the leg 5 times. Doesn't matter which direction you're doing, as big a circle as you can find in your own body. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work. Extend both legs out. Nice, long, lean body, long legs. Lift the legs. Lower them down. Lift your 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 legs, nice long legs, and lower them down. Good work. Roll onto your backs with your knees bent. So nice long spine. We're doing single leg teasers. So you want, if the feet are too close, you'll defeat you'll be fighting against yourself. You want a 45-degree angle. Take one leg and lift it. The knees should stay glued together. So you have a natural 45-degree angle happening if you place your feet the right way. Now, feel your sacrum and your spine on the mat. You're going to roll right up through the center of the spine if possible. Lift, roll up, roll down. The knees should not move if you can. It's called a teaser because it's really hard. And the one-leg ones, maybe you have a side of your stomach that's much weaker and another side that's stronger. So we're looking to balance both sides, and it's a day-to-day affair of cleaning up and restoring balance. Other leg. Again, lift and roll up. Roll down. We don't have an even symmetrical life. We're right-handed or left-handed. We do things more with one side than the other. So the imbalances are built in, and we want to constantly move towards balance. We're never going to get there, so that gets rid of perfectionism, but it keeps you more healthy. It keeps your nervous system healthy. It keeps more of your potential available, and it means that you're just more interested, which is the most important part, being interested. So arms are long, legs are up. The legs go 45 degrees and we do the same movement. So the legs go to 45 degrees. Can you roll up? Can you roll down? Roll up. Roll down. Roll up. Rah, come on, Yadra. Roll down. Very good. Now legs go to the floor. Nice long stretch. Open everything up just to stretch out even more and roll up to a sitting position. And let's do a quick mermaid. So in this position, this is one position you can be in. Super advances with the feet stacked. Some people sit like this. If none of this is working for you, you can even do it like this. But whatever position you want to be in, if you can hold on, if you've got cross-legged, hold your ankle. Hold. Now this arm comes up. So from this hip to the shoulder, armpit to the hand is what you want to stretch. As much as you can up, and then you bend over towards the bent legs. So you have a big stretch. Big reach out and stretch the other way. And lift and stretch and open up the ribs. And reach and open it the other way. Last one, biggest, longest, openest stretch. And back. Just enjoy it. It just should feel nice and good. Sweep the legs the other way around. Get yourself set up so you're whatever position is going to work for you. Lift this arm up. Big lift. Stretch. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. Nice work. Now let's go for our seal. So here you are, clasp, the hands are like a prayer pose. C curve, hands go under the ankles, hold your ankles. And let's balance and clap 3 times. We're flapping the fins. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back and roll up again. To the shoulders and up. Balance. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Roll up. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Roll up. Clap, 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 and put your feet down. Now, we are starting to, let's play, because not all of you are going to succeed with standing up from this position. And it's a trick, and it's a momentum. So if you've never done this before, you're not sure you can do it, watch me, because this is the trick. We're going to do clap, 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 and this will be the last one where you stand up. I roll back, I cross my feet. I hope you can see that. Cross my feet and my arms go back. And from here, I'm going to use my hands, to come forward over my feet and then press up. So it's a huge amount of momentum to get you there. If you feel I'm not ready for this, just have a good laugh and do 3 and just don't. But if you want to play, do it. So what we'll do is 3 times the seal. And on the last one, we prepare for standing up. So let's all just celebrate playing and learning new things. So your feet, hands go in between. You lift your feet up and you clap 3 times. This is number 1. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Roll up. Number 2. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Roll up. Number 3. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Hands go back. Cross your feet. And whoa, better this time. Stand up. Okay. Doesn't matter if you can't do it. If we were in a live class, I have lots of tricks to help people have that first experience. It's all good. That's why we're alive, so we can learn how to do new things. So to finish, just like we started, we're going to do roll back down towards the floor, but this time we're not going to use the stick or the strap. So arms in front of you. Imagine yourself standing nice and tall and lifted. Keep the shoulders wide and 3 little circles. Reverse, 2, 3, and bring the arms down and just stand nice and tall, feeling the elegant person that you truly are. Lift the arms here. Now lift the arms up. I'm kneeling down so you can see. Nice and tall. 3 circles, 2, 3. Reverse, 2, 3. Nice lift and long, tall body. Now, lift up again. Bring the arms forward, and now we start rolling down. So you roll down, more relaxed. Now you're still rounding, but it's the end of class, so you can just feel good. 3 circles, 1, 2, 3, reverse, 2, 3, and then roll up, lift the arms up, and one more time like this. Big breath in here, breathe out, let the tension go. Relax down, forget about technique. 3 circles. Reverse, 2, 3, roll up again. Lift the arms up, big lift, and then breathing out. Relax the arms down, just stand for a minute. Adjust your feet. You want your feet under you, maybe slightly apart. Just notice your body. Notice the energy. Notice how you feel right now. Notice the sensations in your body. This is the gift right now. At the end, I hope you all feel very, very good. Keep it for the rest of the day. Thank you very much. And little notice before you all say we all say goodbye. I'm sending out a newsletter this weekend with a new schedule for July. Have a look at it. There's going to be some time schedule changes. I'm going to have it all up on my website. Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30 stay exactly the same. I may be moving the fascia class to another day, so they're all at 9:30. I haven't fully decided what to do with that. But please look out for my next newsletter. July will be a wonderful month. A lot's going on. I'm also going to be having a fascia workshop at the end of the month for those of you interested in that work. Thank you. If you want to stay on and say hello to me or ask me any questions, please do. And if not, have a wonderful day. And let me finish the recording. And